Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the rascals race a ghost around Hell's Hairpin. This podcast contains adult language and adult situations. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast, a band of misfits has joined in an effort to break the power of the big boys over the Holler, including preacher Piety Jackson, gouger Karl son of Karl, mountain magician Buck Grayson, bootleg distiller Booker Noe, and itinerant crooner Old Blue. The rascals are getting ready for a jalopy race against a malevolent spirit. Will Booker's bootlegging skills prevail? All right, so let me recap here. You are going to have a race with a ghost.
Oh boy.
There's a notorious bootlegger and jalopy racer by the name of Hoyt Birdhart, and he has been sending drivers to their death for years. And so you've decided to take a shot at throwing down with this guy and attempting to beat him in a race down Rumble Mountain and around Hell's Hairpin.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong?
It's fine. Everything will be fine. You're just racing the undead on Hell's Hairpin. Yes, so you have juiced up a jalopy and smoothed it out to get increased handling. And so you have driven up to the top of Rumble Mountain a little after sunset, ready to throw down your gauntlet.
All right. I'm going to prepare blindness, too, because at some point I know I'm going to be casting it.
So Piety has decided he is going to position himself along Hell's Hairpin itself and see if he can provide support at that critical point in the race, which means the rest of you have piled into the jalopy and you'll be able to assist making support rolls or tests. So you can support to improve the driving. You can do tests to try to taunt or mess with Birdhart. You probably should not try to actually kill him with weaponry, though, because that would be considered an unfair win, and you're supposed to beat him fair and square.
This is the guy who's been cheating and killing people, right?
He hasn't necessarily been cheating. He's just undead and very, very good.
What if I persuade him to crash? Is that an option?
You could try. We'll see what happens when he shows.
Oh, I will.
So you reach the top of Rumble, and then as you pull up to the front of the start of the racetrack, a pair of headlights flash in your crooked rearview mirror, and then they're with an odd blue light that fills your jalopy. You hear an engine revving behind you. The roar goes louder, and the car closes quickly to your rear bumper. Then you feel a slight tap, then a harder bump. You squint into the rear view, and you see Hoyt Birdhart lean his head, or what's left of it, out of the driver's side window. A visage dripping with rot on one side, blanched with burns on the other. He slaps the top of his car with his hand, leans his head out further, the wind whipping away pieces of dead flesh. He calls out to you in a voice as deep as his engine's growl, "Beat me fair and square, boys." All right, so he's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
And so the first thing I need you all to do is make a fear check, please. So I'll need spirit rolls from everybody because this terrifying undead creature has rolled up in his undead jalopy to throw down.
Pretty scary, actually.
Fine.
Ooh, exploding. Just as an aside,
Wow,
too,
we're
with the
rolling
description,
all right.
with the
Woo.
description of the driver, it sounds exactly like the cover to the Dance with the Dead album, "Driven to Madness," which is basically
Karl.
Lich driving an '80s car, and like there's all sorts of wacky numbers on the radio and stuff, but like it totally matches that.
Only difference is it's a 20s car. Karl,
Exactly.
you failed your fear check. Would you like to bunny that?
Oh no, Karl is scared.
Do you need to switch from the red pants to the brown?
Let us roll upon the fear table.
Lovely.
Apparently so.
Grabs the wheel and crashes us into a tree. Great.
Oops. Why is the fear table? Why is it not finding the fear table? Oh, because for some reason I haven't imported it.
So does our car like have a top? Is it open?
I'll say that it is a closed top jalop. Well, actually, up to you because you picked which car you wanted to refurbish.
I think we should have it down, top down.
Oh, I think we should totally look like the Beverly Hillbillies.
All right, Karl, you're distracted by the terror of
God,
this.
that scared me.
Ah!
Wasn't expecting that.
I didn't know terror was so loud.
Terror is very
Okay.
loud. That was Karl.
Okay.
Yeah, Karl's very frightened.
Ah!
All right, so this is going to play out as a chase. And so the way this is going to work is, for the purposes of the chase, you and Burhart will each get an initiative card. If you draw a club, there will be a complication.
Uh-oh.
On your turn, you can take, as the driver, Booker can take several different actions. You can do a change position action. You can either do this as your only action or do it as a free action, and that's basically trying to get ahead of Hoyt here. If you do it as your action, you get a +2 to your roll. If you do it, and you also get a +1 to all of your rolls with your car because of the handling bonus you gave it. If you don't do it as a free action, that lets you do something else.
Nice.
You can also do either evasive action to try to make it harder for him to hit you, or hold steady to make it easier for your comrades to hit him, although that will then make you more vulnerable to attack. You can also try to force him off the road if you're on the same card, and or try to ram him to do damage. So that's going to be your choices.
Okay.
So you will go last because the rest of you can either support or test, and then we'll do the maneuvering rolls for you and for Hoyt. All right, so let's start with Old Blue. What are you going to do in the first round of this chase here?
So the car is like going, right?
You basically he peeled up next to you, and you are headed down the mountain at high speed. And right now, you're within about 10 feet of each other.
So we're like on the same card, more or less.
Yes, you are on the same card.
Okay. I'm gonna just start playing my fiddle, and I'm gonna try. Ooh, I wonder what would happen more or less if I tried to taunt him. He's gonna want to come after me, right?
Possibly, yeah. But if you taunt him successfully, you can distract him so that he doesn't drive as well.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try to taunt him.
Okay.
Like, hey, you! You have an ugly face.
How creative.
I didn't say all blue is smart
Okay.
or creative.
All right.
I say, boy, why are you all spectral?
All right, that's a 5. Happy with that?
Yes.
Oh boy.
He just laughs at you.
Loudy.
All right, Karl. You're terrified, but that doesn't mean you can't do anything.
Yeah, it's Karl's turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can go, Buck, while we sort out what's going on with Karl.
Let's see. Is there
think
anything
I'm
I can
back.
do?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go for it.
All right, you're up. Cars are about 10 feet apart. You're kind of freaked out. Basically, your options are to support Booker or to try to interfere with Hoyt.
Well, I seem to be pretty good at making a big old scene out of myself, so why don't we try and interfere?
All right. You could use intimidation, would be the obvious one, but if you can come up with a justification for one of your other skills, I'd allow it.
No, we'll try intimidation for right now.
So just for color, how are you intimidating him?
Wait, so are we ahead, on the same, or behind him?
You're basically running more or less parallel at this point. Kind of jockeying for position where one moment one of you will be a little ahead, one moment the other will be a little ahead.
Quick question. Is the car itself physical and dense and corporeal, or is it also incorporeal?
It materialized out of nothing, but it seems to be physical. You can see dirt being kicked up by the tires, and it did bump you right before the race.
Right.
You're not going to jump over into his car, are you?
Well, I just don't want him doing
allowable.
things where it's like he ghosts the car like into us and then like goes solid and stuff like that and just messes us. And I'm also trying to figure out like if we hit him, like is he just going to fizzle
that
out?
you brought it up.
Yeah.
Right.
That is a viable option if you're on the same card. You can try to leap over to the other vehicle.
Sounds like a terrible
boy.
idea.
No, I think right now,
does.
just kind of a tremendous
That doesn't
rebel
mean you're not going to
yell
do it.
and you should back off because we're going to ram you.
Okay, go for it. Give me an intimidation roll. Are you happy with a 1?
Well,
Ooh.
what is my negative because I'm distracted?
-2.
Yeah, we'll give it one. We'll give it one Benny and see what happens. Oh, and that was dumb of me. I could have done that through the actual thing.
You still have a 1 because the 0
Yeah,
isn't better.
no, we're gonna stick right there.
All right. It's possible
Sorry,
he could critically fail. But he doesn't.
Just
He looks
don't
he looks
drop on the
curious,
ground.
but that's about it. And Buck.
All right, I'm going to... Let's see. I'm going to try and see if I can support by persuading it to, try and get us and like wave its hand. So can I use persuasion as like a taunt and be like, ha ha ha, and just try to psych him out so he makes a mistake?
You could use persuasion to try to talk him into ramming your car.
Yeah, come get us, asshole. Something like that, basically.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
How
I'm an
long is
outsider,
this
though.
race? Like, I feel like we're starting out a little bit like, oh, please destroy the car.
Well, it's 10 cards, which means nominally it could last about 10 rounds, which means, in this case, call it about a 15-minute race. All right, you happy with a 3?
I'll Benny that. Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
That's a 1.
Oops. Oh, crap. All right.
Benny's
I'm
not
good.
carding
You're
tonight.
rolling like crap tonight.
I know, it's the solstice. We should be
Yeah,
like
what's
jacked.
going on?
Believe it or
This
not,
word benefit.
that got to him, and he is in fact going to try to ram you this round.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay, Booker. So you see him swerving towards you. What would you like to do for maneuvers? Do you want to change position as your only action, or do you want to try to do something else in addition to changing position?
If I see him trying to ram another car, I'm gonna see if there's a possibility to try to.
Well, it's just you.
Get
It's
around.
just you and him. So
And pull
he's
ahead.
trying to ram you.
Oh well, then
Floor
Let's
it and try
go.
to pull ahead. All right, give me a driving
move out
roll.
of the way. Move
Give me-
position.
Give me a driving roll at +3, please.
Okay. How do I do the +3?
+1 and a +2.
Ah.
I was told there'd be no math.
Oh boy. It's gonna be like that.
All right, you got a 6. You happy with that? That'll move you forward 1 card.
I think so.
All right,
Okay.
so he is going to try to change position to catch you and then try to ram you. So first, change position.
He's got a driving 12? Shit.
And then he's going to try to ram you because that's what you persuaded him to do.
Shut up, everybody. Sit down.
All right, so this is going to be an
What's wrong
opposed
with you
driving roll.
people?
It's going to be an opposed driving roll. All right, and then you can make your driving roll at +1. That was at +3. Can you take the +2 back off and roll it again?
I did. Let's hold on.
Okay, I'll just take that. So that's 5 to his 5, which means that both of your vehicles are damaged. All right, so this is going to be 3d6 damage each. Your damage to his car is 7, which basically just dents it. And his damage to your car is somewhat more serious, just 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to need to make an out of control roll. So go ahead and give me another driving roll to avoid going out of control. Just good enough. Okay, new round. Well, duh, you want the red Joker. All right, Joker. Bennies for all.
Crazy hats.
Okay, so back to old
Stop
Blue.
trying to get him to ram the car, you idiots! Sit down.
All right, old Blue, you're up.
I'm going to try to get him to, like, lose control of his car by maybe persuade him. I'm going to go like, look, there's a kid in the road.
I'll
He's
allow
a
it.
dead driver.
And then he swerves over it.
Okay, not bad. I'm going to give him a bit of a bonus to resist that, though. I'm going to say that you managed to distract him because it was such a weird and ludicrous thing.
That is bizarre.
Nice.
Okay, Karl. Karl.
Yeah. Karl is very distracted. He's still thinking.
Okay, while he's thinking, Buck.
This is an odd one, but can I, like, stick my hands up or, like, touch the doors of the car and, like, sort of reiki them and, like, heal the car? It's batshit crazy, but can I do it?
Let me see what your skills are.
Like, can I arcane protection or heal the car?
I will say you can arcane protect the car. It'll protect it against any
badass.
arcane attacks. Yeah.
Sweet. Let's...
Not with that roll, though.
Benny that, definitely. Oh, there we go.
All right, you have cast arcane protection upon the car.
Whee!
Okay, Karl, what's your move?
What are you rascals up to now? I told you to sit down.
I'm bubbling the car. Be happy about it. You kids can get yourselves in all sorts of crazy conundrums.
You know what? Yeah, let's try. We're still neck and neck.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. Stop calling me young.
I'm going for the wheel.
You're going to jump into the other car.
I'm jumping in the other car.
All right, that is a boarding action.
All right.
So, I would like you to make an athletics roll.
I love this plan. I see nothing wrong with this plan.
And I need...
I knew this was going to happen eventually.
Booker to make a driving roll.
Oh.
Well, that's certainly promising. All right.
I don't know about that roll.
Let's see how he does. Wow, that's remarkably bad. So you are able to jump onto the roof of his car.
You are a crazy person.
Okay, Booker.
What are you whippersnappers doing back there?
I'm riding.
I assume you're going to try to continue to move out ahead.
Yeah.
Give me a driving roll.
Drive again? Oh
Yep.
my god. Ah.
Oh, nice. All right. You take advantage of the momentary distraction as Karl lands on the roof of the other jalopy, and you zoom ahead. You're now about 20 yards out in front.
Woo!
Burhart is going to use a maneuver. He's going to try to shake you off the roof. So that's
Now
going
it's
to
a
be his.
party.
Hold on, man!
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an athletics roll, but unless you critically fail, you stay on the roof,
Wow.
which you do not. So he's swaying the car back and forth, trying to throw you off, and then he's also going to try to drive forward.
Whoa. Whoa.
But he stays one card back. Okay. He has initiative this time.
I am on now, folks.
All right. So since there was only room for 3 in the car, you have strategically positioned yourself at Hell's Hairpin to see if you can do some kind of positive intervention when the cars get to that point.
Alrighty.
Meanwhile,
to
Karl has leapt onto the phantom car
Yes.
and is clinging to the roof. And Old Blue and Buck
Smart man.
Buck's riding shotgun and Old Blue is riding in the back seat, attempting to mess with the guy. But as he has initiative this time, he's going to once again try to throw Karl off the roof. All right, now I need another athletics roll. This time you have to beat a 9 to stay on the roof. That will not do it.
Man.
Do you want to Benny it or do you want to fall off the car?
I think we have hit your rider until she bucks you.
All right. So
Hold on, I got one more Benny left. Hold on.
All right.
Come on, big money, no whammies.
You gotta try to get in that car, man. What are you doing? Got a death wish.
Oh, okay. So you hang on.
Woohoo!
Holy cow.
I regret nothing.
Get in the car, you idiot!
All right. And he pulls out ahead.
What?
Okay. So, Old Blue.
I go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and flip him off. So I'm going to taunt him.
I shall taunt you a second time. Happy with the 5?
I think I'm going to Benny that.
It's still going to be a 5.
What's with
But
the
that
hands
is...
stuff?
Why is he getting a +2 on everything? He does not get a +2 on smart. Oh, I see. So that does not do it. He is taunted. Do you want him to be distracted or vulnerable? Distracted is probably the better bet.
Yeah, we'll go with distracted.
All right. Karl. If you want to get into the car, you'll need to make an athletics roll to swing in through the window.
But there's a ghost in the car.
Ghost!
God. Think it through! Think it
I
through,
have found
man!
the flaw in my plan.
Alternatively, you make an athletics roll to leap off of the vehicle without getting hurt
Oh.
badly.
What if I just kind of leaned my down in front of his windshield to get a real good look at him and, blow a raspberry or two?
That would be a taunt unless you want to intimidate him by shaking your fist at him. It's quite an impressive fist.
Let's intimidate.
All right, give me an intimidation roll.
Ay.
I don't feel too intimidated right now.
No, he's going to have a pretty poor spirit roll to be intimidated by that. Which he does not. So he just kind of looks at you and laughs.
Oh, boy.
Buck.
Buck?
Bueller.
Not me.
We lost him.
He's here.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why
I
it
hear
switched
you.
out the input. Anyway, what I was going to ask is, can I look ahead of the road and sort of point out obstacles or sort of hazards, like using a
Absolutely.
notice?
Give me a
Alright,
notice
cool.
roll.
All right. That's one of my high ones. Oh, but it's Snake Eyes. I'm going to
Yep.
re-roll that with a Benny.
No, you can't.
Oh, poop.
Can't
Okay.
any critical failure. So
Alrighty.
you lean out of the window to look ahead and clock your head on a tree branch.
Oh, ow.
Oh, what?
But
Ow.
it doesn't do enough damage to do any serious harm.
Yeah, but it's a graze and it hurts and ow. Oh.
Okay, Booker. Do you wanna try to get out ahead of this guy? Yeah. So give me a
Yes.
driving at +3 again.
Choose 3.
That pulls you up level with him. Unless you want to Benny it.
Oof. You know what? I will Benny it. I just feel like. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good choice of Benny.
I'm doing.
You are out in front again.
All right.
As you've now hit Hell's Hairpin. All right, you have initiative, so Old Blue.
I guess I'll try to taunt him again.
All right.
A lot of taunting.
You're hanging out the back. You're gesturing wildly at him through the back window.
I have pulled down my pants and I'm mooning him with my butt.
Oh. The company we keep.
Yes.
Keep it classy.
Oh, and it works.
Well, that's a full moon, my friend.
Oh.
And since he is distracted, that's going to be a creative combat roll.
What?
Yep. That taunts him with a raise.
Okay.
With a raise?
Yes, so he is actually shaken.
Nice.
Wait, the ghost is shaken?
Yes. He's
When does a ghost get shaken?
He is
Unless it's
so
like
angry.
Casper.
He's like lost control of himself. He's so angry.
Wow.
Okay, Karl.
I guess ghosts don't get
That-
mooned
that
very
is-
often.
That is some ass you got over there.
That's America's ass.
That's American ass right there. That's the ass of freedom.
Steel
Oh
bill.
boy.
Okay, Karl.
No, it's just the ass of an old man.
Wow.
What's your move, Karl? You have a shaken. You're clinging to the roof of a ghost car being driven by an undead driver who is really angry, but also distracted.
After taking a moment to admire the beautiful scenery,
Oh God.
I'm going to decide
ambiance,
it's
natural
dangerous
features.
out here, and I'm getting in the car.
All right, give me an athletics roll. Back seat or front seat?
Back seat.
All right. You have swung through the open window into the back seat of the jalopy. And Buck.
I'd like to make another notice roll, but this time I'm deliberately not sticking my head out of the vehicle.
Okay.
You learned your lesson. Well done.
You're still a little woozy from that hit.
All right, so I'm not seeing anything, and I just feel like crap. Okay, that's fine.
All right, Booker, give me your driving roll at +3, if assuming you're trying to open the distance here.
Oh yes.
All right, that'll get you forward 1, unless you want to Benny it and try for better. You need an 8 to do 2 cards.
Okay. Give it a shot. Ooh.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
Damn.
ow.
Wow.
All right, so
we can't Benny. Can't do the Bennies.
sometimes you can do the bennies. So you do not, in fact, move forward a card.
Ow,
And shenanigans ensue. So
No.
as you have critically failed, you must once again roll on the out of control table. So you floored it at just the wrong time, and your car goes careening wildly across the road. And it is vulnerable, as is everyone on board. That's actually one of the better alternatives. As you're trying, you desperately straighten it out, but you're basically just going perfectly straight right now, rather than trying to pull out ahead. All right,
Okay.
so Burhart needs to unshake, which he does not. So I'm going to spend a Benny for him, and he is going to unshake. He's still distracted. He is going to do 2 things. So he is going to try to drive ahead, and he's also going to try to reach back with his claws and attack Karl. However, I'm going to rule that Karl has cover because he's in the back seat. So I'm going to give him a -2 on this attack just because it's just not that easy to hit Karl from the back.
Reaching back.
Yeah, totally messed that up. Did not pull that off.
Don't make me pull this car out.
But he has initiative now. So he's just going to do the exact same thing. He's going to take a swipe at Karl again. That one still doesn't hit. No, that one just hits. Wait, no, that does not hit. Just misses you with the claws, and then he's going to try to pull out ahead again. Oh, and he pulls two cards. He pulls out two cards ahead. It's looking grim for our heroes. All right.
Oy.
Oh, blue.
All right. I'm thinking, is there a way that I can
You play some motivational music.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, give me a performance roll.
Performance that I can do. Come on, good performance. And I'm going to go ahead and Benny that.
Oh, very nice. That will be a plus. That will be a +1 on the driving roll. Karl.
Does Ghost have eyes?
Yes, one of them is kind of like flayed flesh, and the other one is oozing rot. But yes, he does have eyes.
Actually, you know what? You only live once, unless you're this guy. I'm just going to launch myself into the front seat.
Oh my god.
All right, give me an athletics roll.
Like, right through the back of his head.
I see. All right.
Like,
Correction, make that a
big
fighting
old
roll.
hairy, smelly distraction.
Give me a fighting
Fighting
roll. Yeah, but it's going to be a fighting roll that's a test. Whoa, he's going to have a challenge with that. All right, so let's see. I'm going to say he's going to resist that with agility, which he does manage to do. And Booker. So this would be a driving roll at +4 now. Oh, wait, Buck. Sorry. Missed Buck. You could potentially get an even larger bonus with some support.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do I need to roll for that to support?
Want to try the notice again?
All right, yeah.
It's got to work sometime.
Hopefully. Hope I'm not as woozy. Let's see.
Yeah, that's going to be another +1. So
Ooh. Okay, so I'm unclicking the +2 and I'm adding +1 and +4.
Yep.
So let's.
All right, you've caught up. And then
Ooh.
Piety. You see these cars going by you on Hell's Hairpin with this horrifying undead creature driving and fighting with Karl. The first thing I need you to do is a spirit roll because it's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Okay, here comes my spirit. This should be no problem. I feel good about this.
Yeah, you're good. It's terrifying,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you've
good.
seen worse. So this is your
I
one
absolutely-
opportunity to act. You can try to support Booker or mess with Hoyt. Maybe give somebody an edge or not.
I am going to cast confusion on Hoyt.
All
so
right.
he misses his next jump from car to car.
Well, he's not jumping from car to car, you don't think. He's driving. But confusion definitely can. mess with him and make him less effective at driving, you can make him
I'm gonna
distracted.
make him less effective. Distracted.
Oh, nice. That's a good strong one, too.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Wow.
So he has to make a smarts roll at -2 to avoid being distracted and vulnerable,
And distracted and vulnerable.
which he does not make. And he's not liking that, so he's going to Benny it.
Too bad.
So he shakes it off, but that's his only Benny. He's out of Bennies.
Right.
Can't use him on the
I've
race.
done what I can.
All right, he's up first. So he's going to do the same thing. He's going to try again to claw at Karl, which he fails to do. And then he's going to try to drive ahead, which he surprisingly also fails to gain any ground. All right. Old Blue.
I'm going to go ahead and do another performance.
All right, you're playing that driving music.
I am. We need to get going.
It's another +1 on the driving roll. Karl?
Let's try that again. This time I'm going to hold my nose.
So you're flailing wildly in the back. He's going to try to resist with agility. See if he can get himself out of the way again, which he cannot. And once again, this is going to be a creative combat roll, because you messed with him pretty bad. And he's shaken. You clocked him so hard that you rang his bell, and he is shaken.
Hey guys, I just hit a ghost.
Nice.
And Buck.
All right, let's do another notice roll. See what we can do for the drive. Why is it not working when I click? Right again. Okay, boom.
And it's going to be a driving roll at +5.
Wow. Okay.
Yay, juicy mods.
And you are almost at the finish line.
Nice.
With a lucky draw on the card, you could win this thing. Let's see who has initiative this round. It's you. Give me a driving
Sorry.
roll.
No
Add
advantages, right?
Driving roll +3. You scream to the bottom of the mountain and peel out across the finish line.
Woo!
And
Yeah!
30 seconds or so later, Burhart pulls up and he gets out of his car. He looks back at Karl and said, "You got some great big stones on you, son. Can't say I'm not
Thank you,
impressed, but you best get out of the car unless you want to join me."
Yes, sir. Leaving now, sir.
And he walks over to Booker's window and extends his hand. This happens to be the horribly burned one.
Ugh. I take it mincingly.
Says, "You did a fine job. You're a hell of a driver. I think I'm going to go home now. But there might be something you want down in that river bottom there." And he fades away, as does his car.
At the bottom of the river.
Yes. You remember last time Spindley told you about a supercharger that he'd made for Burhart that was probably in his ruined car.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So someone
why he
reasonably
won so much.
athletic could potentially climb down the mountain and retrieve it, but they'd also need some repair skill to get it out of the car.
All right, old blue, that's you.
I got some repair skills. If we could.
Neither of those describe me at all.
There might need to be a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
How much does old blue weigh?
I can hold.
I'm gonna go down, but I ain't no too good about any car repairing.
Now, this seems like a job, for, judging by your skill sets, for Karl and Booker.
Yeah.
Oh, how much do you weigh, Booker?
Judging by his appearance, a respectable amount. Yeah.
Hey.
I go ahead and lay in the back of the car, and I put my hat over my eyes.
I'm short,
and I just take a nap.
okay?
All right, so here's how I'm going to play this. I'm going to have Karl make the athletics roll first. If he succeeds, then he's kind of found the path, and it gives you a +1 on Booker's athletics roll. So, Karl, give me your first athletics roll to climb down here.
I mean, my agility isn't terrible.
Yeah, it's not your agility, though. It's your athletics, your climbing and swimming skills. All right, that
God, no,
succeeds.
swimming.
So, Booker, athletics at +1. Good enough.
Oh, right.
And then second roll as you get closer to the river.
One more athletics.
Yep. Good enough. And then Booker, yours at +1. No problem. You're like
I'm
a
doing
mountain
just
goat.
fine.
Yep. All
You're going
now,
faster than me.
Now here's the tricky
Hey,
bit.
look at me.
Here's the tricky bit.
Just like when I was young.
Make notice rolls, please.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Okay, Karl, you spot the rear end of a car shining in the moonlight out in the middle of the river, which means, Booker, you're going to have to swim out to it. And these are rough waters. So it's going to be an athletics roll at -2. Buck, you can, or
All
not
right.
Buck, but Karl, you can support from the shore by yelling out advice or being persuasive or being intimidating, like I'll
Can we,
punch you senseless. If you drown, I'm going to punch you into hell.
That's going to help.
I'd
Can we
save
do
that for
anything
special.
like tie a rope to me in case something goes wrong? Horribly awry.
Do any
No,
of you
just
have
threaten
rope?
you. Just threaten you.
That should be just fine. -2.
Yes.
Right. I hate you all.
Well, that's not great. Would you like to Benny it?
Oh, I didn't. Should I intimidate a little bit?
Sure, intimidate away. Oh, that's a very good intimidation roll. Don't bother with the
I'm
Benny.
fine.
You were terrified. Oh no, sorry, you Bennied and you're fine. So you've made it to the
Yeah.
car. Now I'm gonna and you found the supercharger. I need a repair roll at -2 to peel this thing out.
Hurry.
Not gonna work on the first try.
Oh,
You still got a
man.
Benny or
Okay.
two left. All right, Karl, do you want to try to intimidate?
Yeah.
You need a big roll for this.
Sure, I got one
And
tool in my
intimidate
chest.
me into.
It's big
whatever.
enough. You are so terrifying
Whoa!
Whoosh.
that Booker
That was
recoils
so
and
weird.
I've turned it up
yanks
to drill instructor.
and yanks the supercharger out.
Yeehaw.
Oh my god!
So when you get it to shore, it looks like it's amazingly, it still works, and you can install it into your jalopy. The net result is that your jalopy now gains taunt +2, toughness +2, and top speed +20.
Well, damn.
And that is where we'll leave it for this week. You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook as Happy Monster Press, at our website, happymonsterpress.com, Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow the podcast on YouTube, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iTunes, or Google Play Music. Like what you hear? Support us on Ko-fi at ko.fi.com/Happy Monster Press. Happy MonsterCast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This game references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle, and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, and characters' logos and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music, Ice Cold by Jason Shaw. And Lobo Loco's Spencer from the Free Music Archive.
Oh, for sure.